Pod Leadum.
Top model. All the cycles. Podcast. Fleet. Spelled backwards. Dumb.
Pod Leadum. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pod Leadum. That is Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and wait. My shoes fall off very easily.
I'm Genevieve Crump, and I can't handle a third week of Anne.
And I'm Alexander Price. If you don't know who he is, you're stupid.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
We are here today discussing Cycle 15, Episode 4 of America's Next Top Model. The boring title, Matthew Ralston. That is our guest judge. I have two alternate titles, one of which
a double.
editorializes a little bit more. The first one is The Girl Who Might Only Be a Flower Child. The second one,
I like that
where you're getting too much of my opinion probably, is The Girl Who, as far as I can tell, is just having a normal friendship with a man.
We have similar opinions.
And if you have similar opinions, you should go to anchor.fm/podleadum and become part of the Leadum Pod by sponsoring us. You got $1.
I just always want to leave this like freeze frame pause after that.
We did it. We did the thing we have to do every episode, and we did it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what happened on America's Next Top Model last week.
You both were so excited to say that.
There's a lot of things happening with Tyra. I'm assuming, as got pointed out recently, because she no longer has the Tyra show in which to put her energy.
Yes.
Because we'll see this later, and I feel like this is becoming consistent. The wrap-ups at the final two are getting more and more wild.
Yeah.
I feel like we were already on the precipice of Unhinged, and that hinge, the last screw, came out, and that door fell
is just
off.
Barely propped up.
I don't know if this happened or if I was just a poor, but you have one cupboard that like never worked. Your entire life, it never worked for you.
You have to lift it up to push it back in.
Yes.
Absolutely. I remember I thought my entire life that was a child lock we had left on there. And one day I was like, there's nothing on this door. It just doesn't work.
Real talk. I hired someone to come in and baby proof my house.
Oh.
And I don't know how to get those off.
No.
They're hard.
For the
what
rest
am I
of your
gonna do
life.
when he's old enough?
Take them off. Remove the doors.
But how?
Just remove the doors. The doors are gone. It's a sunk cost, Hannah.
No boundaries.
You have open cabinets now. That is the style.
That's your life.
Choice.
Yep.
I don't want everyone to know what's under my sink. Come on.
I know that they actually said it in the previous episode, but I couldn't help but on the digital art think that I felt the longing feels like a tall pun.
This is the first time every single digital art was attributed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you love that Andre's covered up Nigel so much that you could barely read it?
There was so much room above and below, and yet they were all crunched in the middle.
Yeah.
I truly wonder, because as we'll find out, I think we are done with if you get first photo, you get to share in the challenge prize, right?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, though, I'm going to put this to both of you right now and see if this evolves over episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it actually did still happen. And as we know, Top Model's good at editing, but when it became Anne so consistently, they thought it became boring and weird, and we wouldn't be on her side anymore, and they edited out her getting prizes, too.
Well,
I mean, it was already a Krista problem at the end of last cycle, though.
Exactly. And I wonder if they didn't want that again.
We have a prize, though, that should have involved...
Exactly. I don't know that I'm correct.
She couldn't have been there. She couldn't have been at that party.
I don't know. They fully edited Sunday and Laura to be called at different times. My
People
reality
have
is
legs.
breaking.
Who knows anything? We can't trust it.
If Top Model has taught us one thing, it's this, that nothing's real and everything's real all at once.
Sure. How dangerous did it appear to you two to be swinging Jane by her skinny arms and legs onto that bed?
Just pop that shoulder back in. She's an athlete.
I will say it's nice to see people in the house having fun, especially in a house that's just chock full of villains. Just
They
like
also really seem
mini
to
villains a lot.
mostly like each other, though, with one
All but
notable
one.
exception.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I think that might be it, though. I think sometimes when there's a concentrated effort to dislike one person, it really brings a group together.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for Rihanna, the show has very much remembered her.
Well, and Rihanna has bought into this, I guess, real narrative, but false narrative that she and Anne are direct competition because they also got the same makeover.
Mm.
Yes, she even says that they were called twins, or someone called them twins. I couldn't follow because listening to Rihanna's talking heads is difficult. Because she's not willing to face the camera for very long. She loves a look down. She also doesn't ever put her finger quotations in the right place. It like ends on the a lot, and I'm like, oh, your hands are too slow for finger quotes, Rihanna.
Too chill.
Do you think the producers asked Rihanna and Liz to sit super close on this bed so that they would have a shot of them together when Liz was shit-talking her?
Liz really likes to sit close to people.
Mm-hmm.
Liz is one of those people who like puts a head in a lap or a head on a shoulder. She's just, I think, a casual toucher.
I wonder if also Liz is a little touch-starved, as you brought up earlier, Hannah.
Absolutely.
About
Being
having
away
a
from her
baby.
child. Yeah.
Who's so cute.
Oh my god. Also, speaking of Liz, new protagonist. Liz is top model. Top model is Liz. She is our narrator and our villain. She is our hero. She's everything to this show.
She's down
now.
on her luck and she expects too much.
So many multitudes.
Casey hears Tyra's casual previously ons because when she comes in to super casually say that there's going to be a party like a totally normal person.
I love someone who tries to pull off very casual at an extremely inappropriate volume.
Yes.
Because she is also yelling all of it.
Uh-huh.
Remember when you were talking, Hannah, about how Chelsea is kind of auditioning to be the narrator and it's just not clicking?
Mhm.
I feel like I know why. I feel like Chelsea is actually too mature to do it because she says Casey's very confusing to us all. No one seems to like her. She doesn't seem to like us. She sticks to herself, and that's cool if who you are. And I'm like, oh, Chelsea, you gotta have an opinion at some point
You
to be
do.
the
You gotta have
narrator.
some stakes in this.
So as everyone is bumming around the house,
So cash.
we're going to have a barbecue with the boys. And you can hear in the background multiple people being like, no.
No, thank you.
Should I
And
call
Casey's like,
them? No.
The producers have asked me to do this, and I need to do it.
Apparently, there is one group of male models who we are going to continue to work with over several episodes in a way that has never happened before, but we will get no explanation of.
And I would love if every time we saw them, there was one less, and there was just a shadow competition happening where one of them was being eliminated. Maybe two are brothers.
This is a competition for you as well.
Male models?
I'll point it out here, but it happens later. The slang and vernacular that these male models use is not 2010 Southern California. Because when she calls Shaw and he's like, yeah, that sounds poppin'. It's very like, are you being fed lines by a 70-year-old man who is also
Yes.
very white?
This is the commercial challenge for the male models.
I also love Liz describing Casey's voice as her sexy, sassy 1-800-COCO voice. And then I had a moment where I was like, was that a real phone number? And I looked it up and I was like, JB, that's way too few words. That is way too few letters to be an actual phone number. Liz didn't think about that in her head.
I would like to take a moment to point out the 2 wooden sailing ships hanging on the wall outside the phone cubicle.
Mhm.
Why? What are they doing there?
That doesn't
Whimsy.
seem on theme.
It does not seem very high fashion.
Yachts are high fashion.
That's true. Yachts are, for sure.
Casey says, we're going to have a barbecue, but I'm not going to do any of the work. So Esther, you get grilling. Lexi, you get that plate of cookies. Liz, you make a watermelon basket.
People put actual effort into this.
Watermelon basket was so impressive.
Not only did people put effort into it, all that effort is wasted because no one seems to eat anything at this boring, terrible party.
Before we go too far from it, you know who also was putting in a lot of effort? The Post team to stitch together 17 Lexi quotes into one thing about Casey, because makeover hat appeareth, makeover hat goeth away. And I will say, if it was just the audio, it did sound like one sentence, and I was impressed. But that also goes to your point, Alexander, about how Lexi is constantly talking about others. So they had the raw material.
Yeah. Oh, Lexi will talk. If you give Lexi a prompt, she will AP English a quote out of it.
Clear header sentence, states the argument, presents 3 paragraphs worth of evidence, and wraps it all up in the conclusion.
Yeah.
Kayla calls this awkwardness a middle school dance, but Jane really one-ups her by saying, no, it's the energy of a mixer when the moms are hanging out upstairs and we're all the kids who don't really know each other. And I was like, oh, Jane's been in that rumpus room.
I will always love the use of the word mixer. It gives you such a specific energy, and it's so delicious.
Did you also know that barbecue is, in at least growing up for me, all 3 things? Barbecue is the device you cook things, it is the food that you eat, and it is the event itself.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a multi-use word. And also, every single region has a different version of the food that comprises a barbecue. Like, to me, in the South, barbecue is pulled pork. It is shredded stuff. It is that kind of moment, at least in, like, my specific North Carolina barbecue situation.
For us, it is burgers, hot dogs.
Dude, that's funny to me. Growing up, to me, that was grilling, but that wasn't barbecue.
Yeah.
In my experience, Northeast white people, the grilling was the barbecue, yes.
Yeah. The trio of men that arrive at this kickback barbecue. Ty with short sleeve shirt.
Hottest, best.
Loosey-goosey stretched V-neck with soft cap.
Did not like.
Oh, the crochet ball cap.
Did and not feel like he knew how to hold a conversation.
No, and then there was green soft cap with bracelet and cuff. And the Van Dyke facial hair. That's
the one. Hat. That's the one I meant. I'm so sorry. I apologize to that other man.
Here's the thing, though. All of the women acknowledge that this is a terrible party.
Oh, yeah.
As does the whimsical music playing of whistles and thumbs. But then they are so insulted when the men try to leave. And I'm like, just let them go. This is a bad party.
The only good thing about this party was the slow pan from Shaw to Kayla sitting uncomfortably in the chairs outside, not talking to each other.
Crochet ball cap tries to leave. And they're like, where are you going? To meet a lady friend? And he's like, no, just a homie friend. And I'm like, ladies, he is trying to meet his weed dealer. Just let him leave.
I think you mean Jimmy 2 times, because that entire leaving was gotta go. Gonna meet my friend. Just a homie friend.
I hope that's how he models too. Everything's the same pose twice. But.
For me, Jangle. There are only 2.
Lexi is Alexander.
Yes.
Because she says 2 things that I've heard you say. I wish guys were more fun. Not these guys. Guys. And then, well, it's 9:45. Time to go.
Get out of my house.
And 9:45 is so specific. She's like, you're not staying until 10. That is late.
That's the time I start to get ready for bed.
This had to have lasted for a while, though, because it started with the sunshine and it got dark.
It got so dark.
And both the show and the contestants are determined to make us believe that Casey is the sluttiest little slut who ever slutted, which is hilarious because the only receipts they have to back this up are Casey and Shaw sitting next to each other at a communal table, and then Casey and Shaw sitting on side-by-side lawn chairs 6 inches apart.
And that's the funniest thing about this is, there's a lot to make fun of and dislike about Casey.
Oh, yeah.
She's given you so much show. You don't need to slut-shame her because there's nothing there for that.
No.
And it's so funny because it is the other girls too. The other girls act like and this is a societal problem, but platonic male-female friendships were just forbidden in culture for such a long. We still deal with that.
If anything, I will say it is the show pushing Shaw onto Casey.
But it is really jarring and sad to see the other women be like, Casey, you have a boyfriend back home. You can't use your phone to call a different man.
I mean, yes. I think they are so annoyed with Casey that anything Casey does is going to be wrong.
Sure, everything
But
is
I
evident.
agree. Yeah,
The
exactly.
objectivity is fled. When I read the next Tyra frame, and it said, tomorrow your world will be turned upside down. And I thought to myself, are they going to be in harnesses again?
Again, I also thought that.
They're going to have rope burns like nobody's business.
Now, was Lexi drunk or just real loopy when she offered her opinion on what that meant?
Just loopy, just try to get reacts.
Turning the whole house upside down. Like, sure.
She
They're going
thinks
to Wizard of Oz you.
She thinks she's on an episode of, what was that show that they switched houses? Neighbor swap?
Neighbor swap. Trading spaces?
Trading spaces.
Oh, got you. You just trading. It's like wife swap, but way
The idea
less
of
high
neighbor
stakes.
swap.
Oh, now there's someone who plays music a little loud next to me. I do not like this neighbor swap.
We get to Knott's Berry Farm, and
I love Knott's Berry Farm.
So
roll
good.
up to Nigel and Miss J from a very weird upwards angle. Made me uncomfortable.
These Raina eyebrows on Miss J, I
Ooh,
like though.
Who drew them on?
I
I
was
like it.
not a fan.
Really, I liked
No.
it.
And Nigel tells the contestants that each one of them is going to be riding the silver bullet. And I think we all know what that sounded like a euphemism for.
hmm
It sure did.
And Chris has seen Final Destination 3.
She really has.
That roller coaster can, because she's not afraid of like falling out, which is I feel like what a lot of people say when they're afraid of roller coasters. Is she's like, no, that car can come off of those tracks.
That's also a long ride. Let me tell you, it's like 2.5 minutes.
Yikes!
That's a long
That's a
roller
while
coaster.
for a roller coaster.
Too long.
Yeah,
That's like a decent length song.
I am shocked by two things. One, that this is our third instance in a row of word. Everyone gets a word, but also, and sometimes two words.
In quotes.
A word.
Yeah, hyphen words.
Also, emotions. Again, they try to act like anyone but Miss J knows what an emotion is.
But I am shocked that they did not have to choose it themselves. Because I was like, they're going to have to choose their own word again? But luckily that didn't happen.
Luckily, because I would argue half of them were not lucky in who they got to speak to.
Oh no. I mean, look, we're getting into, after a tough couple episodes, we're getting into prime top model nonsense. And I needed it. I needed it emotionally because this is pointless. This is stupid. And this is funny.
It also is pre-existing, which is nice. Like all of these contestants will have a frame of reference for picture that gets taken on roller coaster.
Yes. Now, when that picture happens is up to the model because some of them hold their pose the whole time and some of them do the classic,
Which those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite too.
Screaming
I
and
think
then
it makes
snap
it
right
seem
into
more
model.
impressive. I think it's better gameplay to scream and then turn it on because
I
it
agree.
seems like a bigger deal.
I agree.
But this is another instance of, there's just people riding this normally.
Well, they arrived pre-opening, and then after they did the spiel about the prize and what they were doing, you could start hearing guests come and be on other rides.
Let's talk about this prize.
Well, it's not even said correctly here.
Nope. But it's going to be half of it I like. That when it starts with like, I like additional photos. I like just an additional professional photo for your portfolio. And shot by Tyra, cool. One-on-one judge time. Interesting. And then they ruined it by being like, and it'll be made available on Tyra.com.
Which we know won't get printed out.
And I wanted Jane and Kendall to be like, we've already been on Tyra.com.
Liz is first.
Mm-hmm.
Her emotions are relatable, comfortable, charming catalog.
Which gets Tyra onto just relatable hyphen catalog.
Lots of hyphens.
No
Lots and lots
slashes.
of hyphens here.
All of these should have been a / and none of them are. We know that Top Model does not understand emotions. What they are when they're used, what words are emotions themselves.
Yeah.
Let's imagine, though, that all of these are emotions.
Huh?
Imagine waking up one day and being like, oh, I had a rough night last night. I feel so relatable catalog.
And you know
What
what?
does it mean?
You know what, though? Liz's pose, that is how I would feel if I was relatable catalog.
It was a full Janice ahaha.
Yep.
I liked it.
I did
Tuned
too.
in.
It was great.
Casey's was edgy.
And Casey did the thing that y'all described as like the bad, where she tried to hold it the full rotation of the roller coaster.
Until the camera clicks and she just screams.
Yeah.
Let that out earlier.
This is also where Nigel is saying honey in an earpiece so many times. Could you imagine Nigel in your ear the entire 2.5 minutes of riding this roller coaster?
Well, and I think they, meaning Mr. and Miss J, can also hear them?
Well,
Which
Mr. J's
I
not
would-
there.
What?
Only
Mr.
it's
J
Miss
is not
J.
there.
Mr. J left?
Mr. J was never at Knott's
He
Berry
was
Farm.
never there. Mr. J didn't go to Knott's Berry Farm. Mr. J doesn't go to
Mr.
Buena
J
Park.
has never been to Knott's Berry Farm.
I don't know why my brain
Mr.
thinks that
J
he was
is Six
there.
Flags or nothing.
Mr. J and Snoopy have a bitter rivalry.
Why did my brain do that? Why did I? You both, just so the listeners know, both Hannah and Alexander look concerned. Like there's a lot going on.
Mr. J has never been there for 20 years.
JW, do you smell toast right now? Is everything okay?
It's relatable catalog toast. Oh my god. But my point being that Miss J, one person apparently, how annoying would it be, because you're just going to hear screaming.
Even if you
Which
can't
they
hear-
say at one point when poor Chris goes.
Well,
Miss J's
the
like,
park
all I can
can
hear
hear
is a woman
Chris."
screaming.
Lexi gets jealousy, envy. How are
And
you
how
supposed
were
to
you
do
gonna
that?
do this?
You just turn and look at the person next to you.
I'm sorry.
Jane?
I'm reading what Jane's was and remembering when I first heard that Jane got assigned melancholy.
You know what? She serves, though. She serves.
I
it was
thought so
pretty
too.
good.
Kayla, nothing screams high fashion like a sulking model pout.
The furthest we've ever gotten from an emotion. This is just an action.
Which she does not do.
No.
There's not a
Oh.
pout to be seen.
Furthest we've gotten from an emotion, because I posit Chelsea getting a full capitalized sentence of I have a secret. Not secretive. Not secretive.
Secret,
of
secret.
I have a secret.
And JW, I think your fears about Chelsea were well founded, because she just does ghost eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not doing it the whole time. She goes into it when it's time for the photo.
Is Chelsea a phantom? Do the other contestants truly see Chelsea?
The phantom of the beach house is here to haunt and never win. Anne gets intense fierce.
And also, I'm going to say boof to this for one reason. How dare she doesn't do well, I guess, luckily, but stop setting up Anne to succeed. She doesn't need
Yeah.
more setting up to succeed. Right now, you should challenge Anne. An intense fear, that's nothing.
Rihanna.
Speaking of turning an emotion into not an emotion, it's the flash of fear that a model gives.
There was something so uncomfortable having Nigel say that, because it makes me think that he wants his models to be afraid of him.
I did love the affectionate ribbing of Rihanna when she is not there.
Well,
yeah.
I love her knee-high stockings, though, that she wears
I
in
did
this
too.
episode.
I loved that this was the only time that my attention was drawn from the contestant to another person in the front row, because there's a man right beside Rihanna who is panicking from start to finish. And I wanted to be like, show his picture. Where's his model fear?
He was also cute.
Yeah, he was cute.
A cutie little scared patootie.
Mm-hmm.
Chris gets
Chris's heart rate may be too elevated for her to safely ride this roller coaster.
Yeah, if this wasn't a challenge that they had paid for, I feel like Knott's Berry Farm's attendants would have been like, you can't do this. And then this hard close-up on her bare feet was the rudest thing.
Why?
Why do we need a pan up to her?
She was shaking T2H.
Here's some fun meta. So, thanks to some wonderful folks on Twitter, I found some secreted, unlisted YouTube links. So I didn't have to pay for these episodes. And I got some commercial things at the bottom.
Ooh.
And because of the placement, for a second, I thought Chris's thing was Gossip Girl. And I was very confused.
Oh my God,
and
she
also,
just whips a headband out of her back pocket.
and also I was like, that's not top model.
Yeah.
So and then of course she got one of the dumbest.
Distracted in an I don't care manner.
And it was really sad when all of them were like, oh, she's crying. And I'm like, first of all, of course she is. She was petrified the entire time, but now you care.
The screaming is so intense that the people on either side of her just can't help themselves but laugh.
I mean, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing.
Oh, no, of course.
We do not see Esther or Kendall.
Though we're so lucky that we get to see their words. They're some of the stupidest ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Because at the photo station, we learn that Esther's words were sexy bold.
Which, of course, they made
Why?
her sexy. How can you not give her that word?
Well, they were just going to bounce up so high because of the gravity shift,
And Kendall, in a stunning change, was innocent coy.
And then Nigel screams, love or hate is irrelevant to me. Right to Rihanna's face. Because Rihanna's like, oh, when they're reviewing her picture, like, I actually really had a good time. He's like, I don't care. Bad picture, bad model. I don't care if you like or hate it, Rihanna.
Did y'all notice that underneath the viewing screens, some top model PA had to come in with little wooden signs and post them in that said, keep it fierce and remember your face?
I hope they left it for Knott's Berry.
It feels like something a TV production crew would just leave there because they're like, we don't need to clean it up. Knott's Berry Farm would do that. And it's still there to this day. Liz wins, which she did a good job, but I was surprised. Liz didn't strike me as someone who would necessarily win a lot of challenges. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is a classic pick your friend situation for the prize.
But
Yep.
But Nigel says, pick two friends who will then chat and hang out with Tyra.
Well, it's phrased, because this is one of my new favorite nonsense sentence. They're going to have some one-on-one time with you and Tyra all together. That one-on-one group time.
Oh, goodness. Also, Liz is trying hard to coin Tyra time as a new phrase for a top model, and I'm wondering if we'll get that. She picks a fun pair, though.
She
picks
does.
a fun pair. This would be a fun group to hang out with, which right now is all Liz thinks is going to happen. So why would you pick Chris and Kayla?
They show up at Smashbox Studios with Tyra wearing her photography hat.
The journey that I didn't know I was about to go on. Because, first of all, Tyra calls Liz lady several times, leading me to believe that she does not know any of the contestants' names at this point.
No.
I'd believe that.
And then Tyra describes what's about to happen. This month is the anniversary of my MagaLine. And I clicked my pause button and I looked up the word MagaLine. Because apparently I haven't learned everything there is to learn from being a regular viewer of the show. And I think we all know that there are no hits for MagaLine.
Because it's a portmanteau that was so unnecessary of Online magazine.
But wrong, because it only works when you read it. It doesn't work when you actually say it.
Because it would
MagaLine.
MagaLine.
Because I would, if it had been pronounced, if had been pronounced MagaLine, I would have been like unnecessary, but fine. MagaLine sounds like a giant ass monorail.
Where your recreation's gonna exclusively appear. And there is a physical mock-up of what Tyra.com looked like.
It's literally digital art.
Uh-huh.
And you know, my favorite, the articles.
Yeah, of course.
This was the only time I wrote them all down, too.
It's your turn to be fierce. Kiss my fit and still fat ass. My real hair, period. Finally, period.
And then, can I say my favorite?
Please.
Yo, shorties. And then just models 5'7" and under. Top model, last call.
Exclamation point. Oh.
So was this issue debuting during the petite cycle?
Who knows? But also, there is ADR where it seems like she's launching a different website.
Very true. I like that Liz acknowledges that it was the first challenge, which I had forgotten even though we even talked about on the podcast. And then Tyra's instructions for Liz and the other models, because as we'll find out, even to Kayla's bewilderment, Chris and Kayla also just are going to get a photo.
And they lucked out because this wig that they put on Liz, since she's recreating Tyra's shot, which A, doesn't look anything like Tyra's hair.
No.
In this
None
shot.
of the poses do either.
And B, is just a terrible wig.
It's so bad.
And she says one of my least favorite things that y'all clued me into, and I blame you for me noticing this now, how often she goes, okay, now, little boy, like a little bad boy. He's a bad boy. He's little and he's a boy and he's bad. He's like, oh.
Also, Kayla calls out Nigel for not explaining the price.
That's what I mean. Kayla was like, oh, and we also didn't know that we were going to get this either. And I'll say this, it's really bad on Liz because both Kayla and Chris's pictures are superior to Liz's.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of them had to wear that wig. And then they sit down for tea time. And now, ladies, we will have tea as ladies do. And
we realize that Top Model also hates Tyra. Because this whole thing, let's take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Cycle 2?
Yeah.
We had a couple of these little group outings, dinners with Tyra, and I remember us saying, wow, this is Tyra being so authentic, actually helpful, speaking in a kind of what her normal voice probably is, not her presentational voice. And I was like, oh, cool, we're going to get that again. I love having more Tyra. The show has decided Tyra is a doofus. And this is actually going to have comical music in the background. And actually, we're just going to be like, she's kind of a fatty too, right?
Well, it starts off badly with the worst tea party in the world because the bags in the teacups
thank you.
is so tacky for a tea party.
You have a teapot that you're pouring out of anyway. Why didn't you just make the tea in the pot?
But also, I don't think that water was hot. I didn't see any fucking steam.
No, and it was a very slow steep.
I think Kayla's the one. Kayla or Chris is like trying to make it steep faster, like by pushing it, and it's just not working. Also, Tyra almost pours for herself first and is like, oh, I shouldn't do that. These like weird moments that are left in.
Oh, like her randomly out of nowhere being like, I don't drink alcohol.
It was so
Apropos of nothing. It's tea.
Nobody brought it up.
And then there's some carrot loaf and one scone and
carrot raisin bread specifically. We get the name because it was apparently the thing to eat. And the models do not get to eat it.
No.
And also, when it is done, that signifies the end. So either two things. Either Tyra hadn't eaten and was very hungry and was stuffing her face, or Tyra knew as soon as the bread was done, the 1-on-1 on 3 time is also done. So if I eat it all, it'll go by faster.
I don't know. When Tyra must see the edit, she must see the edit and like, was this trying to make her like more relatable by like, see,
Flash catalog.
Tyra. Oh, I hate you, Hannah. That she was like, see, she snacks too. Tyra, this cycle we're going back to her talking about farts and eating food, and she's relatable Tyra again. But now she's also just a jerk about it.
And stealing food.
God, and just constantly
Eating.
putting something in her mouth, even when she's talking.
Yeah, that was the thing, is like a rude way to do it. Because I don't care how much she eats. Live your life.
Whatever.
But not other people's delicious carrot raisin bread. And I can't believe they left in Liz just being like, yeah, Tyra ate all that carrot raisin bread.
I agree with you, Alexander. It really felt to me like this was her lunch hour. And she was like, okay, they can watch me eat.
Yeah, because she didn't ask any questions about them.
Mm-mm.
And then we get a return. We get a very big surprise, and then a return to a top model house argument classic. First of all, the surprise. Were any of you emotionally, physically, mentally prepared to see a real vacuum cleaner?
This cleaning brigade? No, I was not ready.
Petite Jennifer had to tape the floors, and they get a full stand-up vacuum cleaner. And then we get that top model staple, a fight about cleanliness. Mwah.
And this starts out hilariously because we get a shot where Lexi is bitching about other people not cleaning while 4 other people around her are actively cleaning.
And doing like hardcore cleaning, like wiping off the front of the fridge, like things you don't even do that often.
But when Lexi says people, she means Casey.
She means Casey.
Do you think that paper plate that read "clean up after yourself" in case you didn't know other people live here?
Don't you wish it had just said "in Casey you didn't know"?
Yes. I also love that they went to the trouble of doing 2 different handwritten fonts. Because the cursive for "in case you didn't know" was real bitchy.
Yep.
And Lexi is ready to start the Casey conversation. This is the time. We get one relatable moment of Casey and then it's done. Casey still trying to figure out how to put in her contact lenses is real. That's a real moment I dealt with.
Casey is also still wearing this ugly shirt she was told to get rid of.
Here's the thing. This takes place right after panel. All of them were wearing their outfits because I was like, you didn't burn that after the criticism you got? But no, all of them are wearing their same stuff. So I think it's right after panel.
That does make more sense.
We get a lot of arguments right after panel, which does make sense because they're tired and kind of like irritated. But this happens more than I ever realized during my first watch of this show.
I am never going to be on the side of someone who goes, oh, so everyone hates me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me? Do you hate me? Don't ask the question if you don't want the answer.
And Chelsea was the wrong person to start with, Casey, because Chelsea's like, I do find you arrogant. And then Casey seems like she was shocked.
Because Chelsea is just going to tell you flatly, without any vocal affectation, what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I actually think at the end of this is a pretty gentle call out from the group, considering that there is so much tension. Because they kind of all were like, we have to live together. Maybe just like either ignore us, leave us alone, or...
I even think that even though I don't think it's worded the best, Lexi's little sum up of like, now that you know this, let's just move forward was pretty mature, especially for the, you know, a group of people that I'm constantly having to remind myself are fresh out of high school, you know.
It also felt like Casey, who was the one who was escalating the language, generally speaking.
And look,
also, I'm just a fake bitch now who everyone hates. Like, you were the only person who said that.
We just said you're messy. Yeah. Now, look, I will say that I think anyone's going to get defensive when it's everyone, quote unquote, against you. That being said, Lexi still has a reason to be mad at you because you created that situation for Lexi in the audition. So,
and there is a common denominator. If everyone seems to not like you, perhaps you are doing something to make everyone dislike you. But Casey's just like, well, I guess I'm on my own now.
They're lost.
They didn't want you to hang out with them.
And we'll find by next episode, Casey learns nothing from this.
Yeah, they don't get to lose anything. You're all still living together.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
No, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide and free professional installation. Rules and restrictions apply.
This Tyra Posta, so low-key nonsensical. True beauty lies just under the surface. It's not skin deep.
No, it's right under the subcutaneous fat layer.
Exactly.
No, I like to imagine it's one good exfoliation, and that's where your beauty is. I will say this. I like that the Tyra males have gotten back to being simple, short, and they reference the thing just enough without it feeling really overdone.
I will say, I think the picture of Tyra helps keep it short because there is limited room. And I'm not angry about it.
The first time Tyra's egocentrism really worked out for us.
Head to Smashbox, where they are greeted by millions of dollars of jewelry.
And to be clear, Mr. J is here this time, right?
No.
What?
This is the most unnecessary Mr. J has ever been.
Yeah. Well, it feels like Matthew Ralston wanted to kick him out at one point.
There's nothing for you here, Mr. J. I do all of this. You are not needed.
I think we're going to see that from a lot of photographers, and I think that's because a lot of them are top photographers. So there's a lot of those, what are those called? With the you pull the lid off of it.
Cloches.
Oh, that's a good word. There's a bunch, but for some reason, only 4 of them get opened right here. And we bring up folks to scare them. It only works on Jane, who opens that up and runs away. But underneath
Which is
the sea
especially funny
creatures.
when you consider that she's from Baltimore.
Where that's all they eat.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. But there's octopi and lobsters and all sorts of sea creatures. I like that they actually showed a picture in the quick 3-picture montage we normally get of the photographer's work. One with Penelope Cruz with a snake, because it's like, hey, we have done stuff with animals.
The jewelry is from Martin Katz, Mickey Moto, and Neil Lane. Remember that guy? Earring Man. Earring Diamond Man. Also, Mickey Moto, they started making cultured pearls from the late 1800s. It's been around that long that they've been making pearls. It's kind of crazy and pretty fascinating.
And then Mr. J brings out Matthew Ralston, who I was happy to see in my research has the receipts and had no incidences that I could find of creepiness.
That is true. There is one thing I need to show both of you.
Oh?
I'm bringing up Matthew Ralston's website. When I click enter site, an intro begins. That is a full PowerPoint presentation of a thing.
Listeners, go and watch this. It feels like even the website's fonts for the menus and stuff are in Times New Roman. This is very right after GeoCities.
So much movement.
This music will play on other tabs if you don't mute it. So do yourself a favor.
I'll say this. There's something that is just like when someone becomes famous enough, they get off social media. It's like a reward that you don't have to deal with it personally anymore. There's nothing I like more than when a friend of mine gets off social media because I'm like, you did it. You got some gig, right? And I think that's true. If you have a crappy website, that means you have made it, because it does not matter if that website is crappy. You're going to get work.
He struck me as art weirdo who made it big in the fashion industry, which is nice. It's a nice flavor of photographer that we don't always see.
Well, and he was, I think, discovered by Andy Warhol, so it kind of explains things.
Yeah. He also just speaks so professionally compared to what we're used to that it's almost disengaging to Top Model.
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop pretty much this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Me
and it
too.
never did.
No, anytime and he also seems very supportive of all the models while still being objective.
The worst thing he does is he goes through and tells everyone how unsymmetrical their face is, how asymmetrical it is.
But to the makeup person, to make it work. And so part of me is like, yes, that would be hard to hear. That being said, it's for the greater good of the makeup artist, because at least he's giving instruction.
It also feels like something the models could use on future shoots potentially, or if there's a challenge where they have to do their own makeup. It also it did not seem personal.
No.
There was one that the through line in the narrative of, I'd be interested to hear y'all thoughts on, because when he gets to Chris, and he basically says the sentence, "What are we going to do about this forehead?" Chris is having fun and being like, "Put a squid on it," but I'm just like, that's a little, everyone else's was like, "Oh, this eye's a little lower, so let's just put deeper shading on the eyeshadow or whatever." With Chris, I'm like, you're kind of just being like, your face isn't good and the hair is not right or whatever.
Well, I think it goes against what the show is promoting, which is like your own fierce beauty, and like you work with what you got, and that's actually your best feature, right? And this is Matthew Ralston being like, well, for my pictures, I want them this way, and I don't fucking care if you're on a show. If my name is attached to it, it's going to look like this.
The nice thing is that long term, and we'll talk about it more at panel, Chris and Matthew Ralston seem to get along, and objectively it is one of her better photos. So it doesn't feel, and he compliments working with her a lot. So it didn't feel like he was anti-Chris.
No.
I was very happy for Chris also that she got to be both goofy and professional, which she is, but Top Model likes to pretend a person can't be.
Yeah, she made jokes and he laughed. Like, it was great.
And then she turned it on for the photo shoot.
Little tidbit, I loved this friendship between Esther and Michael Canyon.
I did too.
Yeah. Kendall, who I'm not getting enough of, says, "It was scary for me because, for one, I don't like seafood." Kendall, what do you like? I feel like you don't like anything.
Anything that starts with C.
Yeah. So maybe she actually doesn't mind jizz, semen. She just doesn't like naval officers. The photo shoot is undersea goddesses, and they're going to be shot through water while suspended over water in this full contraption.
And it's a very close-up beauty shot where they're not going to be able to move a lot at all, because their hair is being specifically placed, jewels, sea creatures, everything's very, very placed before they even go into the contraption.
It was so nice to get an actual beauty shot where everyone is being shot from the same angle.
Can I scream about something? Not
Please.
Literally, but emotionally. As the person in the group who cannot swim, and if I had one fear, it's being underwater. The fact that we got to do a water-based photo shoot, and it's like, wow, you don't actually have to drown that model to make it look like they're under the sea. And all it takes is some ingenuity, some paying people to create a contraption, some creativity, I would even say. It made me happy, but it also made me so mad for all the models that we almost lost to dunking them under the water.
To drowning and or hypothermia.
Carrie D, how many people did we almost lose? And all you had to do was put a piece of plastic above them, and somehow Lexi still finds a way to complain about it, but whatever.
There was something so refreshing to me about seeing the team work together
Mm-hmm.
Even just a little thing of like seeing someone wiping down the apparatus in between models just felt like, oh, you are in the hands of professionals.
Yeah, it definitely felt like he brought his team for sure.
And I wonder too, look, it's Matthew Ralston. Beyond just being a model, you want to work with him if you're probably excited if you're just part of the top model crew. So I think everyone was also on their quote unquote best behavior in a really positive way. And also we just get so little Mr. J.
Except the parts we get of him are extra horrible because of that.
Telling Kendall that he wants her to be in the club and she's like, okay, that's not coming from me. And then he treks in the middle and he's like, are you in the club? And she's like, yeah, I'm in the club.
Feels like I'm underwater, but okay.
I guess they were all topless, but the only person we see topless is Lexi for some reason.
They had like a bandeau or something, didn't they?
Lexi got blurred out.
Oh.
We'll
I didn't realize that.
But even during the photo shoot scenes, I thought to myself, wow, Chelsea does not look right in this makeup.
Yeah, there were some people that you saw it and you're like, the Dow, like Jane. As soon as I saw that ruby red lip, I was like, oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful square head.
Esther should look like this forever.
Ever. This is, though, I'm going to point it out now. I'm very annoyed that what Chelsea looks like and how she's treated later, there is something not right about Matthew Ralston literally picked out this makeup for everyone. He did that to her. And then it's all Chelsea's fault.
It is tough because everyone did get very similar makeup. And she is the one who it just, for whatever reason, just does not look right.
I guess if you had just changed the color of the lips, it would.
I know, but it really seemed like everybody got that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of, interestingly enough, I thought it was fascinating that Liz basically got a whole week of long hair, something she's been talking about the entire time, and she got it in both the Tyra shoot, not good as it was, and also here. And I'm surprised we didn't actually have her comment on it, but we do have her commenting on something where, unfortunately, it's as if Liz hasn't seen the show, and she's now our designated complainer. I'm of two minds about this. As you wear contact lenses too, right, Hannah?
Yes, I do.
So here's the thing. This can happen. And it can be extremely irritating. I get it. And I did think it was funny that Liz used very specific contact lens language to Mr. J that made him look so stupid. When she's like,
parrots back.
It actually can, creates a film of protein that can be really irritating. Well, I don't care about proteiny film.
I do wonder in that situation if I would just take my contacts out so I didn't have to worry about it. But also you do want to see, so.
It'd be hard for me. I've noticed when I've a little insight into my process, when I've taken selfies while I'm still in bed in the morning to see how I look and my contacts aren't in yet, my eyes aren't focused on anything.
Yeah, I do think that would be the problem, is that they wouldn't be focused on anything, or you would be trying so hard to compensate for not being able to see that it would change your face.
Yeah. My thing is, clearly something was hurting, and we have been told sometimes to say when hurt is happening.
Well, in the moment, also, Matthew Ralston did not seem that pressed.
No.
He's just like, oh, let me help you.
Yeah, he seemed super cool about it.
No, it's only Jay who's like, I want her to roller coaster her way home because that's how roller coasters work. And basically says, if it was up to me, Liz is out of here at this photo shoot. I think Mr. J was pressed because Mr. J had nothing to do.
Well, Mr. J has just decided that whoever annoys me the most has the least potential on the day.
Yeah. Kayla's becoming the true narrator, and I said gay rights. You may not be the first lesbian winner of this cycle, Kayla, but you'll be our first lesbian narrator, and I think that's nice. And then Chelsea talks like she's on our podcast and says, I've been third every panel.
So this is kind of fascinating. The conversation used to be, I don't want to go home. I don't want the bottom photo. Now No one seems to care about that. The only thing people seem to care about is number one photo.
And I think it's because Anne has been so dominating. And yeah, Krista got a lot of number one call outs in a row, but they were near the end where other people had already gotten their number one call out here and there. But here, no one but Anne has gotten to experience that at all. And I would also be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
And none of them really seem to be taking it out on Anne. There are jokes about it, but nobody is being mean to her because of this. They're just,
it's not Anne's
like you
fault.
said, frustrated.
Blame it on Tyra.
I don't know if either of you will feel the same way about this, but there was something about the backstage pre-panel that I actually really liked. And I'll explain why, because it's dumb. I liked showing them putting makeup for TV on Nigel. The reason is that I've been on enough television and worn enough makeup, especially since as I talked about on the podcast, deal with some skin issues. And I like that they're showing that, especially on a guy, because I have so many friends who think that people on television are makeup free. And I don't know why that is, but they especially think it for guys. And when I was producing television, we had a lot of new talent for this one show. And the men wanted to refuse to wear makeup. And I told them, I was like, look, I cannot force you to do that. However, I want you to see the difference. I'm going to show you with the lighting and all this stuff. It's not because you look bad or anything like that. It's just that
you're under artificial circumstances.
Exactly. We have to take away shine. We have to do that. And I think there's something about it, not to get all philosophical, masculinity and that kind of stuff that makes some people just not want to do that. And I'm like, that is just television. Yeah. That's just television. Anyway, that was a dumb little 5-second moment that I made a huge deal in my head.
No, I really like that you pointed that out. I do think that's valuable.
Yeah. Because Nigel's also the straight male. You know what I mean?
I just think that is what I want these backstage things to be.
Yes.
And not the let's kiss up to Tyra's ass about.
Well, and let's watch Tyra do a full Cher Horowitz with her gum.
Is Tyra wearing the same outfit but no leggings this time?
I couldn't tell you for sure, but they are very similar, if not the exact same.
Similar.
And then when the women are coming in, she is perched on the panel desk,
legs crossed.
Are these shoes
cool substitute?
New? Are these shoes new and not broken in for another reason later? Because she seems like she does not want to stand.
Yeah. And you're right, Hannah. It's very cool substitute when the kids are coming in. She's like, Miss Davis is gone today, and today we're all going to play the presidents.
Look at all the pretty ladies.
Wow.
I'm the cool judge.
A cover plus 2 spreads, holla.
I do think this show may have taught a generation of Americans that things can end in not.com, because we hit vogue.it real specifically.
Better direct that traffic.
Casey is first. She comes up wearing 2 small shoes.
And I think Tyra does her first successful fashion makeover ever.
So cute, so fast, made the outfit immediately 60% better.
That skirt, though.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know what, though? With the right shoes and stuff, I didn't mind it as much. It's not good or anything.
Sure.
But like...
It was amazing how much better the shoes made it look.
Yes, that is true. But also I feel like Tyra's like, I don't want to wear these shoes anymore. You can wear them.
Absolutely.
Casey's photo.
This gets praised to high heaven. And I just want to say, I don't like it. And a big part of it is it looks like her index finger is stabbing right through her neck.
It's good for Casey.
I'll give her that.
It looks so Photoshopped to me. Her head looks like they just put her head on anyone's body. And it does look like she's like hurting herself, strangling or spearing.
Inhale. And to me, it looks more like she's beautifully choking.
Yeah. Like she's being killed by this octopus leg here.
No, I'm sorry. It looks like her index finger is going right through her chin. It's weird to me.
I think part of the problem I have too, and it's with a lot of these pictures, because the hair that's laid down looks like they just put hair pieces on the slab and not necessarily attached their head. It looks like they're placed into you know what, like county fairs where you put your head through a wall?
Yes.
That's what it's giving me sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I don't mind it generally, but here she just looks very stiff. She
Yeah.
looks like she couldn't move very much.
Yeah, I don't know why they praise it so much.
I mean, like y'all are saying, I do think it's Casey's best.
Yeah. I wonder if also it's the first one that they're seeing after 2 duds of photo shoots. So it seems even
if this is
better.
edited in the proper order, absolutely. They're like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Kayla is next.
We get the most classic, nonsensical Tyra 2 list talking about Kayla's versatility. And she says, I see a sexy version of Disney's Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I could also see you being a country singer. From what pocket bag did she pull country singer?
She heard her accent.
This is not the first time that they have called one of the redheads a country singer. And I think country singer to Tyra is Reba.
Reba.
I think there is a disproportionately large amount of people who are redheaded in the country music scene.
But I also think it's the fakeness of this red. There's like a punchiness that they're like, well, no one would really have this color hair, but a country singer might.
It's a good photo of Kayla, though. I like it.
I really like that crab.
Yeah, I like it. It's, for me, I think Kayla's had better photos.
I agree with that.
It's a little sleepy, and I think her hands have been better. She's usually really good with her hands, and I think it's very and maybe it's the photo shoot. You know what I mean? Because she couldn't move as much, but it's very placed.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say generally that everybody's skin looks amazing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it's that CoverGirl blasted skin.
No.
It does look, because the crab is a full crab, it does kind of look like she's in a like a grocery store seafood case a little bit.
Not that it's like it's her familiar. Her undersea familiar.
Esther is next.
And right now, should have been first call out.
Yep.
This is the most stunning fucking photo.
And it sells the fucking jewelry.
Uh-huh.
It absolutely does. My eyes go right to that ring. My eyes go to the necklaces. Her face is exquisite and took this makeup so well.
And her eyes are so penetrating, but not in a creepy looking directly at the camera kind of way.
It's just, she looks very powerful.
Yeah. And the octopus around her forearm and wrist also looking like jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
This is,
I was
this
going to
is
say, it
the
looks like
best.
jewelry.
It looks like jewelry. It's so good.
I love this photo so much.
It does. It gets praised, but it doesn't get praised nearly enough.
No.
Although Andre seems to be the one who sees it, because he says he gets a total moment of a young Elizabeth Taylor, which yes, and also that he wants to eat her lips for breakfast as toast.
As toast.
As
this
toast.
Started the breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Anne is next. I like it.
I like it a lot. I like the sort of bondagey feel to it.
Yeah.
I like the way her arms are crossed. Yeah.
And that plays up the jewelry that she has. I
Mm-hmm.
do think it's very good. It's just not my number one.
Yeah.
No.
I would have even been so satisfied to give this number 2.
Mhm.
Sure.
It's very, very good. It is, but
It's just not Esther's.
and it's tough because the show puts us in this weird position of being down on a good photo because Anne is getting overpraised.
Chris is next.
Okay. Now, let me just say this. I like the hand over the head. It's also just because no one else did that, but I understand there's a whole story behind it. I think it really sells the ring. I think her face looks really good.
I think her face looks gorgeous.
I cannot get over that her other hand is covering her armpit.
I also can't get over the rippling because you cannot see half of the jewelry.
Yeah, but it's a great bracelet ring ad.
Yeah.
It's a perfect ring ad. It looks like it's an ad for the ring.
Just as the conceit for the photo shoot and being able to create these ripples in the water and still have the faces so clear is cool.
It is cool. It's just, it's also a starfish barrette ad.
Mm-hmm.
And it also gives Tyra a chance to talk about herself.
Well, sure does.
And you know what? One of the things that has been consistent about Tyra is she's like, I also have a large forehead. Let's talk about it. So this is a rare time that I'm like, you know what, Tyra? Do it.
Though she gives a piece of advice that Matthew Ralston would not have allowed.
Nope.
One of the things I do really like about the dialogue around Chris's photo, I think it is really interesting to have the photographer come out and say, this is my favorite photo of the day, my number one, and then have the show disagree with him. Because for me, in some ways, that's the number one call out, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I feel, and we discussed this a little bit earlier, but this show so rarely wants the fun folks to be super successful. And the fact that Matthew Ralston, clearly that also, I think he said something about enjoying working with Chris.
That's what I was going to say. It's his favorite photo because I think he also really liked working with her.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's who's your model. That's who you hire.
Jane is next. I think this looks really cheap.
Me too. I think, what I think is funny about it is that all we saw when she was shooting was Matthew Ralston saying more neck, extend your neck, chin up, and then this has no neck.
But it does have seashell pasty.
That's what makes it cheap.
Yeah.
Why did we need to see those?
I really don't like that. Like her face, it little has the Casey Photoshop plopped in, but we did not need to see these seashells.
No. I think her eyes are pretty good. I do feel like she's connected, but it's definitely not one of the best.
No. Lexi is next. And I know that I said seafood counter before, but this one is the seafood counter.
Well, it looks almost like a corpse photo.
That's what I mean.
Because she has strangled herself. I mean, I'm sorry, but that hand is strangling her.
And she looks uncomfortable is the other problem. Is that she looks like someone who's being strangled.
This isn't her hand. It's someone else.
And that poor little crab is just being like, Lexi, go into the light. Let it happen.
I mean, I think her jawline's pretty great, but that's kind of all.
She has a gorgeous 3/4 profile.
Yeah.
It does look strange here, though. Like, it does not look like this was supposed to be a profile shot.
Well, I think everyone else was mostly head on.
Yeah. So it doesn't look right to me in a way.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't like this photo. Rihanna is next. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with this photo.
I like this photo a lot.
Is it exciting? No, but there is nothing wrong with it.
It sells the jewelry better than some of the other ones that we've seen. And it looks like less stiff than some of the other ones that we've seen.
I graciously disagree. I think it's very stiff. There's something about her arms being completely by her side that makes me think that if we were to pan down, she's like trapped. She like pulled the mermaid tail up too far and her hands are inside of it.
Her elbow and her hand.
Yeah. Now, that being said, I'm a little surprised Andre doesn't like it because it does give me
Courtesan.
a little bit of that courtesan vibe.
I did like Matthew saying, once again, because to me, this sounded more objective, and maybe I'm being too kind, but saying that her sleepy eye didn't work for this photo shoot was a nice way to put it, I thought.
Yeah, because I don't think he was saying he didn't like that. It was that
it wasn't like last week where the photographer was like, Lexi should never be in front of a camera ever again.
No, it's that for this photo shoot, it doesn't work.
Yeah, you just wouldn't be hired for this, probably.
Right.
I also like that Matthew Ralston is going against everything the show's ever stood for because he loves comparing the models to movie stars. And saying that they look like a movie star, but it's only positive. Because my brain was tricked. I was like, oh no, he's saying movie star. Wait, he likes it. But I've been told movie star bad. Movie star mall? I don't...
Beauty pageant?
My brains are rotted. I think all these things that everyone would strive to be. Movie star, pageant winner, girl in mall, all of our best people.
You look like you take a picture of yourself, Lex, and you're like, oh no, I look like an athlete.
My arms are so muscular.
Oh no.
Kendall is next. And guys, I don't like this photo.
Oh, really?
Hard disagree.
Well,
I really like it.
There's
Me
some
too.
Okay. My problem with it doesn't have to do with Kendall. It looks like they lightened Kendall's skin.
Oh.
I do love the eel that looks like her hair.
I love that too.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's just a hard light, and I think the lighting was probably set for the white contestants.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
it doesn't look as good
Just-
on her.
I just think she looks more beautiful than this picture.
And that's been so far Kendall's story.
Yeah.
But I do think you're right that the lighting looks worse for her than it does for the white contestants.
Yeah.
See, it's interesting because I'm looking at all of these in all like Photoshopped together on my screen,
Mhm.
and everyone. It's also very apparent with Liz is blasted with light, which I think had the effect of everyone being, because I agree with you. I don't like that generally. I think her modeling is the best we've seen of Kendall's modeling.
Yes.
Sure. I don't like the shoulder. You know how you were saying Rihanna looked crunched? I think Kendall looks a little like
Her shoulder
crunched
is
up.
very high up on the left side. She does
Yeah.
look like she just shrugged about something. She's like, that ill? Eh.
I just think her face is really arresting.
Yeah, I think Kendall is beautiful.
I also think she should wear a bold lip more often because it looks really good on her.
Yes, I agree with that.
This was really the bonus of this was everyone learned if a bold red lip could work for them or not. About 50-50.
Chelsea comes up, and clearly Sutan is in contact with Tyra, or at least had to ask for her permission if they could do Tyra on Snatch Game, because Tyra is aware of Drag Race.
Says the full name.
Yeah.
And Tyra calls Chelsea Serena Cha-Cha. Amateur drag queen with her first night. There's something that, look, I don't like how they talk about Chelsea, but Tyra's specifics were funny to me.
I think part of it has to do with also her hairstyle, because having these separated bangs makes it look very Party City wiggy.
I see what you're saying. And like I said, I did note the makeup while we were watching her do the photo shoot, but I also don't think her expression is good here. I don't think that the thing that she's doing with her face is good.
She looks like she's almost like sneering.
Well, it's like Tyra likes to say, it's almost that smell something bad face.
Yeah, it's like she can smell the seafood kind of a feel.
And Alexander, you know how you're talking about how some of the extra hair just looks like it's not connected? I think Chelsea's is the least connected looking, because her weird middle part haircut kind of just looks like that's the entire haircut.
Yeah.
I think the platinum blonde also really does not help in this scenario.
No, they didn't have matching
it's bouncing
hair.
even more light back.
Off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not that good.
It must be such a bummer too to like have the bad Matthew Ralston photo.
Especially to someone like Chelsea.
Finally, Liz.
So to your point, Alexander, and I just mentioned about her skin also looks a lot like
Yeah.
lighter.
It
She got
does.
blasted with it.
And this lip situation for Liz is not good.
I think she holds a lot of tension in her lips.
I agree.
Because I think she also expresses herself in person a lot with lip language. I don't know what I was about to say. The language of your lips.
She also says something in panel that we do not see in the photo, which is, oh, my eye is red.
I think she's trying to have a fun moment with the panel. I think. And maybe I'm reading too generously, where she's like, look at that. Doesn't look I look bad. You know, she's trying to be playful with it, not reading the room or having apparently prior knowledge of the show and knowing that this is the time when the only thing you can do for yourself is stop talking.
Yeah.
I think Liz's biggest problem in terms of the show, not who she is as a person, and we like this in auditions, is Liz speaks her mind. And she's not going to look at a photo that she knows isn't that good and praise it. She's going to be like, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. And she's probably used to situations where people like us would love that about her. But that is just not what you do at panel. It truly doesn't feel like Liz knows how to interact at panel to be successful at panel.
No. There is one cool thing I really love about this photo, though. It looks like her hair is like through that water underneath in a way that no one else's hair is.
Yeah.
That's cool. But also, I also don't think the framing of this photo is very good. And maybe it had to do with the fact that Matthew Ralston had to be at a different place. And it really speaks to his own process that he should be in one place. But
that's interesting. That's interesting. Private panel.
Private panel.
How did we miss when they said this is Esther's best, not saying Bester? Come on, top model.
They are super down on Rihanna, though, in a weighted way.
It's tough.
Also, we learned nothing about bullying because Andre calls Anne her bully word. He straight up says Frankenstein.
We also say chocolate coloration, which I did not love that much.
Yeah, no, that was the one moment with Matthew Ralston where I was like, no, thank you.
We taught an entire generation of white people at some point in the early to late 2000s that chocolate was the right way to say black. Because for some reason, we were scared. We did not want to say black because it's a whole, I don't want to get into the history, especially as a white man. I don't want to get into all that, but we were trying anything we could to just not say black. Mm-hmm. And chocolate was that word for a while. And man, it reeks of like, whiteness when they say it.
Othering and like dehumanizing.
Fetishing, like fetishizing.
Yeah. Now, back on Matthew Ralston's positive, when he calls Jane town and country, love the specific, can see it.
To go back to that uncomfortable moment very quickly.
Oh, sure.
Tyra with like dripping sincerity being like, oh, it just makes me feel so good when you say that because that's what I've always stood for. I was just like, please stop.
And that's the thing is that like, I do like that Tyra stands for wanting to, even though it's so poorly executed so often, I do think that Tyra's heart is in the right place, that she does want to open up our beauty standards to a lot of different kinds of folks.
But I would argue Tyra has a history of not liking deeper skin tones. That's the other problem too. Like, yes, she does want to open it up, but I think it's opening up only so far.
Yeah.
Also, Tyra, talking about getting too much into it, is she going to ask every single fucking guest if Anne being 6'2" is okay for Italian Vogue?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like, she's winning, so is that fine?
This is real this time. We need this to be real.
The other moment from Matthew Ralston that was almost very bad, and then I think he just started saying words for fun and not really paying attention.
Yeah.
Was when they were talking about Liz, and he goes, never complain, never explain, just be it. It just seems like he's like got a list of slogans in his head that he's slowly Rolodexing
through.
Someone owns a fun phrase affirmation a day calendar that we are just working our way.
Yeah. I didn't need Tyra's kissy lips either.
I loved when we come back and they have to do this zigzag thing that Esther misses her timing and comes in after the person she was supposed to be in front of. And there's something so funny to me because I didn't mention it, but Esther also runs away from panel in the funniest way. She's like a little video game character, like, bye.
You're not getting enough Kendall or Esther.
Yeah.
Because these moments we get from Esther, she's such an endearing dork.
Yes.
We've said this before. This goes back all the way to Nikisha. Top Model doesn't like dorks.
Nope.
No.
And it makes me sad because those are the folks I do like.
Well, that's also a personality to the show and their vernacular. Call out order. Anne is first again. Wrong.
Ooh, Esther.
Incorrect.
Then Casey is second. With Esther third.
How was she not at least second?
That was your number one. It was just so obvious to me.
It was the campaign. Then Chris, which is too low for the fact that it is Matthew Ralston. It should have been Esther, Chris, Anne.
I agree.
Absolutely. And then I would have been fine with Casey fourth as a most improved.
Yeah.
Fine. I would have too. Then Kendall.
Yeah.
Sure. Then Lexi. How?
They liked Lexi's shot.
They did, but I don't get it.
No.
Then Kayla, which seemed low from how they talked about it.
Yeah, it seemed like it should have been slightly higher.
And then Jane. And then Chelsea. Leaving Liz versus Rihanna.
Take a good look at that because I don't know who that is.
Would you have put Liz in the bottom too? I don't think Liz's was that bad. I feel like
it's just complains.
She needs to get punished.
Why.
Yeah.
I know why. Picture-wise, I think I would have put Chelsea in the bottom.
I think so too.
Oh, I would have.
But I probably would not have had Rihanna in the bottom too, is the thing.
I wouldn't either.
I
think
have, but
Lexi or Jane's was also not good.
Oh, I keep forgetting Lexi's on the show. Yeah, I might have put Lexi on the...
And y'all, this speech to Rihanna.
Hot, delicious nonsense.
Oh, so good. Rihanna, you stand before me as this flower child that might only be a flower child, but the judges are not sure if they can see beyond that.
We can't see beyond the flowers, Rihanna. They've bloomed too full.
We can't see the flowers for the garden, Rihanna.
I wonder if Rihanna sits there and she's like, got it. Because Rihanna seems like the kind of person who'd be like, understood.
They also don't bring up that Liz won the challenge.
No. The judges are just a little nervous that you make too many excuses.
Rihanna is sent home and is so upset.
Does it seem really odd to you for the show to triple down on the model doesn't need to see the camera?
I don't know.
I mean, I get that she's making this big point, but...
Yeah.
I think it's weird to say that, and also when we saw Casey walk to her death on a runway 4 stories high, where a model could be blind and safety's out the window, no accommodations are made, is weird.
Now, what's sweet is that the whole house is broken up over Rihanna leaving.
Devastated.
And Tyra is so jealous of how much everyone loves Rihanna and the delicious insincerity of her going, I think it's beautiful how much you're loved. I wish Tyra could be loved.
Tyra has everything but love in her life.
It felt like that so hard. And when Rihanna was leaving and she said, I just hope I made the contestants all happier in some way. I was like, oh my God, you're the best person that's ever been on this show.
Ever been on the show. And post-production agrees because the music that's playing over her exit implies that she's ascended to another plane.
Yeah. And get ready for her update because kind of.
One of the sweetest exits we've ever seen. Probably the sweetest exit we've ever seen.
And you know what's funny is we actually didn't... I feel like we both know Rihanna, but also got nothing from her.
Agreed.
I think the show is really afraid to show us how likable some of these folks are because they know that Anne's just steamrolling everything.
Yeah.
So her name is Rihanna Free Atwood.
Good.
Yes.
After the show, she signed with Paragon Model Management and the Face Models in Mexico City and Unique Models in Shanghai, and as well as Push Models. She was in a lot of stuff. A lot of it is Latin American, it seems like. Refix, Vice, Mexichromatic, Blanco Pop, Nylon Mexico. Nylon feels totally like the brand.
Yeah.
Revista, Cardigan Fashion, my favorite. And then...
it's just cardigans.
Cardigan Fashion, baby. And then my favorite, Vogue Latin America. Good for you.
Yes.
She's still modeling and was... listed in 2020 as the founder of a vintage clothing store, but
that feels very the thing also.
But the Instagram and site for that was down, so I don't know. Maybe that's old news. Second, after Anna Maria, person who got into music, Rihanna produces trip hop under the name Bunny the Kid, Bunny spelled with an I.
Great.
Released her first song, Violet Kim's, to SoundCloud in 2018, and then her music stuff is under her Instagram, which is Goth Girl Riri. So Goth Girl RIRI with this bio. Give everything you have while you still can. Placebo is my drug of choice. And music. Delightful weirdo.
Placebo.
Yeah. Oh, and then, this is the best part. How could I almost forget? There is a recent post, screen cap of one of the hats she wore on Top Model, a screen cap from Top Model. And listen to this caption. My beloved hat has been destroyed. My great-grandma was a wild card. Like me, she left this hat to me when I was 7, and it inspired me for the rest of my life. I owe this hat much gratitude, for it was my, quote, Dumbo feather during America's Next Top Model and modeling career afterwards. Things she left have been my biggest influence in fashion. Although I didn't know her long, her lost articles guided me through my life. Some of you may think it's just a thing. I know that, but oh, what a magical thing it was. Rest in pieces. Those hats meant more than we could have ever known.
Wow.
So it really was a big part of her deal. Those hats were important to her, but in the sweetest way.
I liked Rihanna a lot more than I thought I was going to.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Alexander, that's not the kind of model contestant you normally like. So
No.
that's
what I
saying a
mean.
lot.
And I think part of it was that she got no credit for what she was so good at, which they were just like, oh, she just lucks into poses. And then when they flashed her things, and I'm like, she got no credit for that angel shot.
Mm-hmm.
She got no, like all these times I was like, she did so well. And it was always like, what a dumb idiot.
How did that happen?
So I don't know. I wish we had seen more from Rihanna.
I agree. I was sad to see her go this episode, and from both perspectives of wanting to see what her portfolio would have been like and having her as a presence in the house and on screen. There are several people who I think should have left before her.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I remember so little about this cycle in general and Rihanna specifically that I didn't realize until we were at the very end when it was the bottom two. I was like, oh, Rihanna goes home this episode? Oh, I thought we had her for a couple more episodes and then I missed her immediately.
JW, to your point, I think the reason I really liked Rihanna and haven't liked that kind of model before, she was incredibly authentic. There was never any question that wasn't who she was. And I appreciate that. It might not be my vibe, but I at least appreciate when it's like, well, that's who she is. And she's not putting it on, because there are so many people I have met in my life like Rihanna, who it's all this like chill California, where I'm like, oh, that's your affectation. None of that, I think, with Rihanna.
No.
Yeah. Oh, no. There was never an ounce of insincerity to be found within her.
But if you find insincerity in your life, maybe you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.
Wild. Relatable catalog.
We love your iced tea.
If you're more than a flower child.
Iced tea, hot takes, relatable catalog. You can reach out to us at podleadum.com or send us an email at podleadum@gmail.com.
And we've been getting a lot of good emails lately. We'll probably have to do another mailbag coming up. And as always, if you just, it's so lovely. We know how many listens we get, but actually hearing, especially from folks who've never reached out to us before, that you just like it. Because I know I've had fans who've been like, I always want to reach out, but I feel like I never have anything to say. You can just pop us an email that was like, hey, I like the most recent episode. That's nice. It makes our day.
Don't feel like you have to write a novel. Like, that's the only reason to contact us. It's just nice to hear from y'all.
It's nice.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
You can reach out to talk about Ink Master on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum every time you do. Otherwise, I might not see it. And really, what a loss for you, listener.
Absolutely.
So for PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.